And welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time, Victoria 3 in the new run as Great Qing in patch 1.9.6. We have a little bit of a debt problem, which I need to solve like ASAP before the interest gets out of control. And we're welcome to greatness, and that's what we're working on right now. So I'm thinking the first thing I'm going to do is we are going to go ahead and withdraw from this treaty. Goods transfer isn't working. I don't think we like the defensive pact, but we don't need the defensive pact. And I don't need... Well, not paying money to France will help with the monetary issues. Only remove the following. Not able to remove treaty port because we're not a great power. And one of us is not unrecognized. And then I suppose we've tried to negotiate something with the French, even once we've pulled out. Yeah, they're not on board with trying to take my debt from me. He's not in the current size of loans of minus 300. Yeah, that's fair. We're an expensive country. And somehow that made that worse. Okay. And the United States is damaging relations as we're trying to improve them. Of course they are. Oh no, don't damage on the French. Wrong way. Need to improve, but we've already at max. I probably need to think about interacting with the law commitments more. I'm used to not doing it because I'm used to... You can't do it once you're already committed to trying to pass a law. But there might be ways to get that to make it easier to pass some laws. Here we go. We have agrarianism. I'm in less of a rush at this point to pass more law changes, so we're going to work on getting out of debt as quickly as possible. I don't suppose there's any law changes they actually want us to do. Well, vaguely want us to do. Imagine they maybe want us to get off of protectionism or onto protectionism, for example. Okay, we could probably ask and afford that when we want to get off of protectionism. Don't want that right now. I think that's the only law change I'm interested in doing, unless they want like schooling or something like that. Wait, did we not start on no health? No, I'm surprised they're willing to give them a lock commitment for no health care when I'm on it already. Okay, and then you're going to be pretty similar, I think. Nothing you're going to want from me, per se. But they're still open to encouraging me to move over to protectionism. Like, these guys want me to be on no healthcare. Okay. Oh, and to be fair, they want to give me, they straight up just want to give me military assistance. I'd have to give them something else. They're not willing just to give that to me. So if I get the debts low enough, I can probably sell my debts. It's probably something I can do. Now that we're on agrarianism, we do have a much higher requirement for bureaucracy, so I should probably, as soon as we're done building what we're building, Eastern High Bay. Let's delay going into the western ones. Instead, work more on government admin. So trying to get the bureaucracy bonus up so we can get more taxes. Oops. Contravention of treaty, which it's not telling me which treaty again, because something. Well, I haven't had time to reload, so it's maybe something I had to fix. So I did reload. I assume it's the Shogunate Treaty here that we're in contravention of. Probably not supplying the tools requested underneath it. And yeah, we do want to pay the debt down a little bit before we start really focusing on other stuff. Okay, we're going to quickly run through government admin. That's not going to be enough. So on to the next location. Oops. So another thing I can do is, now that I've got the change with France done. Wow, I'm so surprised that's still expensive. Transferring 20 treaties, that makes sense. The trade centers are importing it. Still not enough. Okay, here we're gonna go ahead and whoops. I put subvention for export. We wanted to be importing it. That was a mistake. That was a serious mistake. Don't export iron. No tariffs on imports. There we go. Yeah, we should chip away at that interest pretty quickly. The benefit and the drawback to having such high interest rates is it's the principal. If you can get the principal down real quickly, the interest goes away real quickly. Okay, and we're still going to want to build even more government admin, apparently. We're starting in pretty close, I think. We also have some malices that should wear off. Working against the system 5 months? Okay. Okay, well, at least our attempts to improve the opinion of the United States is being offset by their, or is offsetting the attempts of the United States to piss us off. Yeah, okay. So I might hold off on building more because we have a working against the system that's going to go away in a couple weeks. And then the next thing we want to work on, and I might be a little bit slower about doing it, is actually modernizing the army. Because we just did get the tech for that. Apparently we got the good spread, so we got mandatory service into line infantry. I know in the last run someone asked in the YouTube comments, why do I go romanticism, stock exchange? Well, specifically, it was why do I do colonization before line infantry? And this is why. If you get lucky, line infantry will spread to you before you even complete colonization in my tech order, which is what happened this time. In many ways, I think we got a lot lucky. The British didn't attack us. Okay, yeah, I have a debt problem, but the debt problem will fix itself. If I'm careful about it, I can get the debt problem fixed. So now just to work on the shortages, so we'll work on probably actually fix the tool shortage first. One tooling workshop, and probably means I want like 3, 4 more. We'll put these in Shaanxi instead of Beijing. And the bureaucracy just went positive because one of the bureaucracy malices we had went away. There we go. There's colonization. Let's use that interest, put that in North Germany. And then we have earning our conditions popped up. It doesn't pop up with any progress anymore. Then okay, so we're definitely in a place where we can really earn recognition real quickly here with the changes. So one of the changes is instead of it being GDP per capita, it got moved to gross domestic product in the top 10. So that basically means if you're someone like China, you are automatically in the top 10. There's a malus from isolation, so we're going to want to get off isolation, but to form our power block, we want to get off isolation anyway. At that point, I think we're neutral. We're +1, -1, and then we can do the embassy trick that we did last patch to get positives. gross domestic product in the top 10, yeah. Oh, it still has the GDP per capita in the top 20. Must be not against you anymore. Yeah, so the per capita one isn't against you anymore. That's what's kicking in here. Okay. So you gotta be in the top 30, where we're in the to not have it go down. If you're in the top 10, it goes up. If your per capita's in the top 20, it goes up. But we're big enough that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna be in the top 20. It's down to live in the top 20 to go up, but again, that's not gonna happen for us. We could try to do swing into some education system to get the literacy up. I think that's having a voting system, not necessarily like women's voting rights. Oh, and we can see serfdom, traditionalism, isolationism, and outlawed dissent are all against us. But we just got off of serfdom. We got off of traditionalism, so we've only got isolationism kicking around as a bad thing here, besides our literacy. The literacy is actually something we probably could also fix. Getting above 20 wouldn't be that hard. Getting above 40 might be a little expensive, but getting above 20 wouldn't be that bad. Again, we're not going to stand a living in the top 20, so yeah, we're probably on the point where it's offer embassy articles to people once we get off of isolationism. Let's... Once our thing activates, interest activates, we can start doing some diplomacy with people. So we're looking for... offer embassy. I'm okay with giving them like trade privileges and investment rights. Everyone's going to be opposed to my debt. My debt's still pretty big. Can I get a law commitment off of this as well? You're disinterested right now, so let's see if we can actually improve your interest. We'll try and improve relations with you. We probably could try with Austria. So we probably want protectionism over mercantilism, so we probably can't swing that off of Prussia then. Diplomatic stance. Again, we'd like the diplomatic stance to improve. Yeah, they're cautious about us. Okay. America, I know you're belligerent, but would you help us change some of our laws? No. Yeah, I think we might get a little bit better chance of trying to do some of this if we actually do the military reforms. Let's start the military reforms. We'll come back to... We've already got to get the guns up if we're going to do something against Russia anyway. already got guns in Beijing. Could expand the ports in Beijing, so that's actually not a bad idea. To build more there. They were gonna need, like, all the guns, but it's not the dumbest thing to do, I think. Good one of those days, okay. There we go. Yeah, prestige-wise, we're number 3, and that's with our wages down. So we're 14, okay. 14 because we can't be run recognized. So we can recognize we jump straight to 3. Let me reform the government. Okay, those ones are upgraded. Guns are reasonably priced, given the little imports. So we'll do another batch of upgrades. Here we go, we're in the positive reserve. So I'm in sort of this place where I'm interested in making deals. Deal-making move. They're still cautious. That's something I can work with, though, I think. So let's ask if I can get them... Wait, do I have any parties that support protectionism? Swing on to... Nope. But no one opposes it, which... That works. That works just as well. That works just as well. Can I even invite him? I don't think so. Because, oh, if you invite this person, you can do it. It's like, yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, let's try to negotiate for a law commitment for protectionism, so we can get off isolationism. Five years ago, I got buffed to doing that. Will you do the same for me? No, wait. All trees? I still have a pending treaty with you? Offer this article across all treaties with this country, but I don't have a pending treaty with America. I know of. Okay, so we got that passed. Click on you, draft treaty, America, law commitment, protectionism. There must be some other thing blocking it, I suspect. Or it's only, I can only offer it once, okay. The next question then is, how hard will it be to get an embassy? With America really high. Really hard. Okay. So it looks like I'm probably only getting the thing once. Which probably is enough, because that's a plus 10. With no opposition, yeah. Okay, then we're going to go back to working on trying to get some embassies. So, you're cautious. Okay, I might not be able to do France for a while. Unless they're on board with some good transfers. Something they want to sell me? Sugar. Yeah, not enough. Not enough. Yeah, groceries would be... Okay, so France is not going to work. Well, not while I'm doing the swap over to protectionism. I could probably try to redo that one. That treaty. Once protectionism is passed. Trade privileges, investment rights, offer embassy, send proposal. Okay. Maybe we can do the same here. Offer embassy. Don't even need to owe the obligation here. So at this point, we're positive. We're working to get off of isolationism. The other ones are probably not willing to play ball. Actually, Russia might, because we haven't started anything with Russia yet. Offer embassy, investment rights. Trade privileges. Obligation. American Proletariat Rebellion. Okay. I just support unconditionally. Buff any of America that way. And now that I've joined their thing, are you willing to agree to some of my requests? Declined. Okay. No. No, they're not. Wait a couple weeks, maybe ask again. Did you just decline twice? Didn't know that was an option. There we go. Guns are reasonably cheap, so we're gonna transition some more over to line infantry. One thing I'm going to do now that we're back in the positive is I'm going to go and re-raise the wages. Connectionism is passing pretty quickly, that's good to see. That'll help with earning recognition real fast. Guns are back down to a reasonable price. Where do we leave off with the upgrading? Looks like with that, we will have everyone upgraded shortly. Okay, we're heavily dependent upon... Well, actually, we're not even that heavily dependent upon imports, surprisingly. So our side's winning. Good to see, whenever you're in a war, that your side wins. Discord within the literati. Yeah, we can accept the literati getting weaker. And then I think what we're going to do next is we probably are importing merchants. Not really. We're still going to build some ports, I think. Tool... Actually, probably want to build some tools. Build more tool makers. And then we'll build up ports a little bit, mainly for infrastructure value. Oh, oh dear. I haven't been teching. I haven't been teching since we passed colonialism. Whoops. Definitely not playing optimally then. Not gonna go back to fix that. Could go back to fix that. Not gonna go back to fix that. Okay, so yeah, just waiting for isolationism to kick in here, or to finish up here. And then we'll be +4 month progress. 4% month progress. Here we go, protectionism. Subsidize. So is protectionism. I'm not gonna do what I did last time, which shoved 10 levels of trade centers everywhere. But we are gonna put a trade center everywhere. We're gonna put a trade center everywhere. Okay, who do I have embassies from? It's got America, Russia, Austria, Prussia. Let's see if I can try to renegotiate this one. Renegotiate the treaty. Because right now they're paying nothing for this. Negotiate it into... 77% chance to accept that. There we go. That extended it a little bit, so we're going to be paying them a little bit the money for longer, but there's our embassy. 5 plus 5, yep. And I suppose from a different diplomacy standpoint, zero opposition to that, negative 177. Because we're unrecognized and cautious. So there's a decent possibility that when we stop being weak, they'll be on board with that. Oh, even defensive back to Spain. I was trying to think of how I could get something going war-wise. So I'd be wanting to attack a major, not a great. So Netherlands wouldn't be too bad. But I'm pretty sure if I start something attacking the Netherlands, we're not going to be able to drag France in. Let's see. United States to go help the other side? No, that's the opposite of what we want. We want people to come help us. We know they have a defensive alliance with them. Okay. We might have to do it peacefully this time. Unless I want to start a war with Russia, which... We have an embassy with Russia right now. They're not too grumpy, so that's just working right now. Okay. Okay. Let's come with you. I think that's all the guns. Well, that's all the gun factories are making. And I don't think I need to make any more. I think that's plenty. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna do the army reorganization. Which, well, my usual, usual army organization. Which is I just go through these guys and merge them all into 3 stacks. Oh, I haven't modernized the cavalry either, so let's do that as well. So the cavalry here is an update. So we'll upgrade all the cavalry. I feel like the Chinese army is smaller, but that just might be me. This patch. Yeah, I don't know if this is where. I assume it's some sort of treaty convention break thing, but... But if it is, then it would be probably the Beijing Treaty here, but at this point it doesn't even matter. It's no longer really binding. Not in a position where I can demand the treaty port back yet, but... So I have to get recognized. If I get recognized, I can ask for the treaty port back. Because at least that's what that's telling me. Whether that is true or not is a different question. Put a slight subvention on iron, so we can get some coming in. We may try contemplating building up the, well, swapping over to the new, well, I say new. We've had it since the beginning of the game, but swapping over to iron frame buildings so we can build up the iron sector. Okay, next thing, probably work on activating some PMs. I think I have the tools for this. Maybe you got the fish controllers for that? I don't have the coal for that, but I could force it a little bit by just building the coal. That's actually not too much. That's only like 6 coal mines, so queue up 6 coal mines. Same thing on coal. We're gonna drop the tariffs off the coal. For a little bit more import. Oh, apparently that is that's all being imported. Okay, so I'm just making making it a little more profitable for the trade centers to import it by dropping the tariffs there. Yeah, looks like we're just going to pass this peacefully. We don't need to do a war, apparently. Granted, once we're done with that, we'll probably start going the path of war, because we're going to want some stuff. Well, I've got the tools. Dye workshops, lathes. Leads may be a little bit of a iffy. What I can do is let's subvention that, the import. So you can get the trade centers to move over to that. Yeah, that looks like that's working. Mass communication. I can build coal like it's going out of fashion. I can build iron like it's going out of fashion. Probably isn't a bad thing. That's probably something we should start to do. In all honesty. Bounce down because we're getting inefficient investment? Oh, a little bit. Also, just the balance is down. Okay. And we're probably playing out more in subventions as well. Not really much. A little bit for the small arms. You want to transit through us for paying us money? I'll accept. That doesn't sound like an issue to me. And it's been dissolved already. Granted, that's apparently because the country doesn't exist. That's fair. stuff happens, the country's gone. Kind of hard for them to pay us money if they don't exist. You know, I'm actually not looking to start anything with Russia for the Great Britain this run, so we'll try and improve relations with them, see how well that goes. So coal imports are down, but that's because we've produced more coal. That sounds like a good thing. Could do with more tools. And one more month and we will have recognition without a war. There we go. New dawn for the Great Qing. Ratify the treaty. Okay, we're now recognized. And with that, it's time to form our power block. The non-aligned conference. Now let's get a better name. Coalition states. Yeah, we'll say it's coalition states. Vassalization. Sure. I need more influence. Bring back the Russia one for the moment, at least. With that, we've jumped from 14th to 2. 14th to 2, yeah. And our prestige is almost enough to take us to 1st already. So now, I need to figure out a way to spend all my money, because I have too much money and it's burning a hole in my pocket. Start incorporating all our territory. Where did my improved relations with America go? You know, might be a good time to do a reload. Something is like this is hanging around. This is broken. Apparently, I am not able to improve relations with America, even though they have neutral relations with me. Yeah. Unless they exiled my diplomats or something like that, they might have done that. That'd be weird if they did. Good relations with you. We can't with France, of course, because we've maxed France out. Okay. I think this is a good place to put a part break in. We're coming up on 46, 47 minutes, so I've probably let the YouTube bit go a bit long from trying to stick to 30, 40 minutes. We're making great progress. We've gone ahead and got recognition at this point. So at this point, it is make line go up point. We've got a little bit to go with that. We need to get railways, for example. But that's not going to take too long. In fact, actually, I'm going to delay atmospheric engines. I'm going to do mechanical tools first. But basically, mechanical tools, atmospheric engines, railways is the immediate plan. Depending on how things spread to us, Might try to go for mechanized workshop, the economy of scale. Order 2 boiler or something. Storm imperialism. Yeah, we got options. We got lots of options. That's another thing I can do with the money that's burning a hole in my pocket. Is I could probably benefit from a whole lot of universities. So we can be teching faster, having stuff spread to us faster. But we'll sort sorting that in the next part. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. I'm going to take a short break here between parts, Twitch, just to sip a little bit of tea, and then I'm going to get back to playing. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.